Danvers Lunatic Asylum. Located in the rural part of North Boston, it started as a mental hospital in 1874 and then expanded into a nursing training program in 1889. Then it became a pathological research laboratory in 1895. By the 1920s, Danvers Lunatic Asylum became an operating school clinic to help determine mental deficiencies in children. But by the 1960s, the mental hospital's patients' numbers decreased and closed on June 24, 1992, due to budget cuts within the mental health system. A notable doctor from Danvers Lunatic Asylum was Dr. Thomas. Between 1941 and 1883, he created a humane and compassionate environment for his patients. He believed that
beautiful settings restored patients to a more natural balance of the senses.
However, in the 1920s, Danvers Lunatic Asylum became very overcrowded. To control the overcrowded population, they performed shock therapies, gave them drugs, put them in straitjackets, and even performed the first recorded lobotomy. Danvers Lunatic Asylum is also believed to be the inspiration for the Arkham Asylum from the Batman comic series. Russell Edward Brand, known for his roles in movies, stand-up comedy, and activism, he truly was a successful man. However, his life was full of terrible experiences. His parents broke up when he was just 6 months old, and a tutor of his abused him at the age of 7. And throughout his childhood, his mother struggled with cancer. And because of this, Russell Brand used drugs to escape from his problems. Some of his problems were mental disorders, such as ADHD, bipolar disorder, and bulimia. Some ADHD symptoms include trouble focusing, fidgeting, and being impatient. And some bipolar disorder symptoms include depression, a manic episode, anger, anxiety, risky behavior, unwanted thoughts, fluctuating weight, and fatigue. And the other disease Russell Brand had was bulimia. It's basically you eat a lot and then you throw up. It's called the purge when you throw up. It ruins your esophagus and it just messes you up. It's pretty bad. And according to Russell Brand, he cured his disease with meditation. You should probably go to a doctor, but I guess it worked for him. But still, it's not good. You should probably go to a doctor. But it worked for him, so whatever, I guess. Meditation. Evan Ramsey, a boy with a troubled life. At the age of 7, his father was incarcerated while his mother became an alcoholic. Because of this, Ramsey and his siblings were shuffled from foster home to foster home, living a life of abuse. Ramsey suffered from depression as young as the age of 10 and contemplated suicide 5 years before the infamous school shooting. Strangely enough, his father committed a similar act in 1986, where he went to a newspaper office with hundreds of rounds of bullets. He had a standoff with the police, however, his father didn't kill anyone. Ramsey also wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. Kids at school would often call him a retard and a spaz. Many people say that this bullying was one of the factors that led him to commit this heinous act. And apparently, over 20 kids knew that he was going to do this beforehand. One kid even showed him how to use a shotgun, while another kid told him the infamy he would gain if he did this. On February 19th, 1997, he went into a school lobby and shot up the place. He wounded 2 and killed 15-year-old Josh Palacois and his principal. He was then going to kill himself but couldn't go through with it, so he surrendered to the cops. According to Ramsey, he thought his actions wouldn't kill anyone. They tried him as an adult, and he got 210 years behind bars with parole in 2066. Evan blamed the video game Doom for his actions, but in an interview in 2001, he said, quote unquote, "I'm dead to the world. In a few months, nobody will remember me. There will be other people that will commit other offenses, and I would be considered yesterday's news." This quote seems to indicate that his goal was most likely infamousy and revenge.